I don't care if you stealing that Venezuelan oil all night. If you up smash that like button. Welcome to Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Brothers, coming to you live and direct from the beautiful view. Smoke me out, fam, with all the dank shit. Hopefully, old ninja. No, we can't hear him for shit. Never mind. And on the one that you tell people on the threes and fours, Chronos.
I didn't think about an intro. Yeah, sorry. Dealing with technical issues.
That is an intro.
Yeah. I'm kind of pissed.
Still an intro.
Yeah, something wrong with like my Wi-Fi, my network, and I can't figure it out. So if you're all watching this and shit's all fucked up looking, sorry, I'm trying to fix it.
Fix it in post. Hopefully, old ninja will get his technical issues fixed. You probably, if you're watching the actual YouTube, you can see him, but you cannot hear him, and neither can we. So I don't even know if he can hear us, but we'll see.
I don't even know if he's alive. I'm just saying. Let's give it the ghost old ninja.
Exactly. These are good questions. Blue is in the wind tonight. Got to take care of some daddy duties, and
he's taking a shit.
Yeah, he's doing Call of Duty with the pooping. Yeah. So we got all kind of shit to talk about, man. There's a lot.
All right. First in the chat is Brandon Park. Thank you very much, fam. Appreciate it. You're here like pretty much every week, so always appreciate it. Listen of the week, I can't really tell, even though we had a pretty fantastic week, but it's not telling me anything about the top listeners. So,
goddamn.
But it's also top listeners is only if you listen to it on SoundCloud. So if you're listening to it anywhere else, like I don't know. So you could be listening on fucking some iPhone like 50 million times, and I wouldn't know because
there you go.
I can't see the username. So, yeah,
it should. Shit, man. Where do you want to fucking start? There's a lot going on.
It's been an interesting week. Actually, can I take the reins here for a minute?
Sure, yeah.
For like with my personal life. Oh, Ninja, can you hear us? Can you talk? I mean, you can obviously talk, but I guess we can't hear you.
He's a mute.
Maybe he's a mime now. I think old Ninja might be a mime.
There you go, the worst one.
Yeah, there's definitely something inside on your computer settings on Ninja that's fucking up. Like if you go to like your, audio. I don't know what version of Windows that you have, but if you click on right click on like your audio settings and go to like sound settings, it should pop up like a whole bunch of things for like your output, and make sure your headphones are clicked on the correct connection. So.
You gonna hear some OnlyFans girls dying in the background.
No shit, just
plays around with that shit.
Guts blown the fuck out. Anyway, this last week was very busy for me with jiu-jitsu, which is kind of crazy. So on last Thursday, we went to jiu-jitsu, and on the way going there, I told my daughter, who is a 4-stripe white belt as a child, which is like, usually you get like your next belt after you get 4 stripes, right? But I told her, like, even before we went there, as we're driving up, I was like, hey, listen, I don't know if you're getting your belt, but if you don't, like, you just gotta, you gotta make improvements on your jiu-jitsu, because like when you get a new belt, it's expected that you have a higher level over the previous belt that you had, and like if you don't, like, you gotta get better. Basically, you gotta get good. Kind of shitty advice, but I was telling her you gotta get better. And she's like, I don't know any submissions. I was like, well, you live with a guy who literally teaches kids jiu-jitsu. So like you could just come to me and like ask me if you don't have any submissions. Like I could like show you the submissions. So we talked about it. She didn't seem bummed out, which is fine. And then we're doing the big kids promotions for belts and stripes or whatever. And I was helping out with that because I'm a coach. So, and my daughter got a new belt, and I was like, holy shit, it was amazing. Like I was like, all right, awesome. And then like afterwards I was like, hey, so like now I really need you, like you need to get better at this with the new belt, because then I got a responsibility and you have to get better. And however you want to do that, like I'm here to support you and to help you, but I can't have you being at a certain belt level and you're not putting in enough effort. So
Yep.
the next day was adult promotions, which so I got promoted. Well, not belt. I got a new stripe. So I got 2 stripes now on my brown belt. Once again, it's 4 stripes to get to like your next. It's 4 stripes, and then your next promotion should be your next belt. So
Nice.
I'm halfway to my black belt, which is great. Also shout out to Lando who listens to the podcast. He got his brown belt on that day, so that was awesome. I felt kind of bad honestly because it's supposed to be him and another purple belt. They're gonna get promoted to the brown belt, and there's a test at our gym to get like your actual brown and black belt.
Mm-hmm.
But the other guy, he was an older guy, and he hurt his back, so he couldn't do the test. He got his brown belt anyway, and we're just gonna like run it back and like fuck that dude up after he gets better. But yeah, so Lando had to do his test in front of everybody with just him and like another guy.
Okay.
So that was cool. He got his brown belt. Super happy for that guy. And then the day after that, which was a Saturday, we had a huge showing for Jiu Jitsu World League, and my coach, our professor Dustin, he asked me to be a coach during Jiu Jitsu World League. And we had like 34 people from our gym, and our gym is not that big, to like go and do this tournament, like both kids and adults. And it was fucking for me. It was crazy because like it's the first time I was like literally coaching anybody at a tournament. Like I've coached people like rolling and stuff, which is fine, but in a tournament it's a little bit different because it's like there's shit on the line.
Yeah.
And the first time I coached like I coached 4 kids. One of my kids got bronze, one got gold, which was awesome. And I think
Nice.
one got silver.
Okay.
So
What
yeah.
are the ages of the kids?
Oh, that one was like real little. He might have been like maybe 6. The
Okay.
first kid I coached, and I didn't know him. I didn't like because he was like a little kid. So like for me, when I coach jujitsu for like the kids, it's usually the older kids. And so
Mm-hmm.
like on Thursdays I'll come in to the gym, but right after I pick up Riley, sorry, my daughter, my youngest, I'll pick her up from school at like around 5:15. Then I'll go to the gym, and then she'll change. As she's changing clothes, I'll change my clothes or whatever, and I'll start teaching. I'll start helping out teaching the younger kids class, but the class has already started, so I don't
Yeah.
know like all the young kids as much as I know like the older kids. So yeah, the first kid, he did really good though. He he did really good, and I mean they all did great. Like the only time I felt like bad was like the second kid that I was coaching. Um, she went out and like she got taken down and armbarred within like 30 seconds, and I was like, I had no chance to like really coach her, and I was like, damn, I
Yeah.
was like, please don't let this kid cry, because like there's like a lot of crying that happens in jiu-jitsu for like the kids, like a lot. And she was fine. I was like, thank God. And she came
Were the
back, and
parents
then
there
we,
too?
yeah, parents are there and
Parents
everything.
there watching?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So she came back, and like we talked about some things, and then we had a new strategy, and her second match she won. So it was fine. She came in, she got her bronze. So, but it was great. And then I got to coach some adults too, and that was great. And then like the day after that, which was a Sunday, was our holiday party. So yeah, it was like basically
Hmm.
4 days in a row with like jujitsu stuff.
Nice.
So, but it was like honestly, it was one of the most satisfying and fulfilling experiences that I've had in a good long time of like helping people out to achieve their goals. And once her name is Parker, the girl that got the gold. Once she got her gold, I was like, oh my god! Like this is and the fact that after our first match, like we sat back and I was like, hey, like I want you to watch the match of these 2 other girls and tell me what you see, because I knew that like the winner of that match was going to be like who she had to face.
Mm-hmm.
And so she told me what she saw, and I was like, yeah. So like what do you think you want to do? And she's like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, this is what you should do, because like I'm telling you, like they're not good at takedowns, so you can like capitalize on this. And I gave her like a revised game plan, and yeah, I mean she listened to what I had to say, and she did fucking great. So yeah.
Nice. That's awesome, actually. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get your son on the mats here sometime soon. So because I know he's doing wrestling, so I'm gonna get him over to the
Yeah,
gym.
definitely doing wrestling. The only thing, and I mean, obviously, he'd have to ask his coach. When I went to the parent thing, the first event, the coach was like, "Hey, during season, it should just be the wrestling practice because I guess there are some kids that are in
Yes,
jujitsu."
and I know
And
that. Yeah,
yeah, he was just like, "No, if you're doing wrestling, you're doing wrestling." So maybe I don't know. Maybe after the
I would
season,
I would just do wrestling with him because I know how to wrestle too. I'm not great at
yeah,
wrestling,
okay,
but I'm way bigger than him. Not just way bigger, but
yeah,
I have more grappling experience, so I know the wrestling
yeah,
rules. So
okay, all good. We still can't hear old Ninja, but that's fine. Uh, I got something on the completely polar opposite end. Not trying to bring things down whatsoever, but your boy has reached that certain age. I had to have a fun ass colonoscopy. Um, I'm going to tell you this. Uh, it is important for colon cancer screening and all that other good stuff. You know, everybody should do it, especially, see your doctor or whatever. They told me some horse fucking shit. They told my fucking black ass, "Hey, we're gonna give you some mild sedation, and you're gonna be able to respond to stuff. Like, if we tell you to, turn this way or what, or turn that way, or hey, do you feel this?" They said that I would be able to respond to fucking commands.
you probably did.
Yeah, the command was, "Does this rag smell like
Hold on.
chloroform?"
I'm sorry, I got to pause real quick. Brandon Park said colonoscopy times infinity.
Yeah.
All right.
Whew. I tell you what, I was in the OR and they said, "Hey, we're going to give you some of the good stuff." And I was like, "Yeah, that's fine, whatever." I was like, I didn't know what the fuck that fucking meant. I woke up, I don't know, a couple hours later in the fucking recovery. This was like the deepest, darkest fucking sleep of my goddamn life. Like, I didn't know what happened. I feel now I get it. I've always gotten it, but now I really get it when people talk about being fucking roofied. That is some blackout fucking drunk shit. I don't
Yeah.
remember multiple hours of that fucking day. Like
Yeah.
nothing.
So
And so whatever bullshit if that was mild sedation, I don't know what in the fuck heavy sedation is. That means I'm fucking dead. You know?
yeah. Well, so they can give you stuff where
That
like basically you don't remember anything, but you will still respond to commands. And
that's how they
yeah,
kept describing it to me.
yeah.
They
But you
kept
don't.
trying to
It doesn't
describe
mean
me
you
like
remember.
that was not what it was.
Yeah. So like when with my youngest, she had to because she has medical trauma, and so because of that, they had to give her stuff before they had to like do other stuff to her, and they gave her like a drink. I forget what the fuck it was called, but she didn't give a fuck about anything. Like she was just like
Mm-hmm.
she didn't remember shit after she took that drink. I remember she had to use the bathroom, and I was like, "Yo, you want me to help you?" And she was like, "Yeah, yeah." Like so she said, "No, I can walk." And then she went to go like get up, and she was just like, she had like it was like she had no bones. So like literally had to
Yeah,
like
that's
pick her up and like take her to the bathroom and like sit her down. And I was like, "Can you sit up by yourself?" She's like, "Yeah." Again, boneless. All right, I gotta like literally hold you up while you use the bathroom. Yeah, she didn't remember shit.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so here is the weird thing. Obviously, you're in a fucking gown and shit on the OR table. I wake up, my fucking clothes are off, and I'm like, what the fuck has happened? I swear to God, I don't remember any fucking thing other than they said, "Hey, went well." They said they removed like one small polyp. They had to test it or whatever, and I was like, "Oh, okay, it's disappointing." But um, I got into the car. I guess I got wheelchaired up. I don't remember shit, like nothing. So I'm gonna also tell you this: the rest of the fucking day, I am a belligerent fucking kindergartner.
Yeah,
I like to argue with
that's
people
the good
when I'm
stuff.
on fucking anesthesia
Yeah,
about shit that I said or didn't say or repeat my fucking self for the whole rest of the fucking day. Anesthesia is no fucking joke. God damn it, I'm either really really sensitive to it or they gave me some fucking horse tranquilizer bullshit. Because, God, I
I
was
mean,
loopy till the next day.
they gave you the good stuff, which honestly is better than the alternative, which I'll give you an example of this in a minute. But yeah, that's hilarious. I had the so you went the big boy route to do your colonoscopy. I got Cologuard. So
Mm.
sorry, this is gonna be like an old person version of this podcast for I guess the next few minutes. Um, so I did Cologuard, where basically you have to like actually fuck it, I'll just be graphic. They basically have to shit in a fucking little. It's a take home. It's a kit that they mail to you. So
Yep.
if you get a colonoscopy, you're good for like 10 years, right? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get a
Yep.
Cologuard, basically you have to shit in like this little. You have to put this little container over your toilet. You shit in it. Then you have to like take like this little sampling thing and like scrape your shit, which is kind of gross. Also, the water in your toilet does a whole lot to cut down on the fucking smell of shit. Like, even though
Mm.
you smell it, like it's not nearly as strong as when you shit in like an open container. Anyway, so you got to
Yeah.
scrape some shit and you got to put it in this fucking little vial. Then you have to put some like preserving like liquid in like the container. Then you seal it up and then you put it in like this bag and then you mail it back through like the UPS or whatever. So me and Prodigy have taken alternate routes on our colon health. So we will see what will happen. I got to look at my results, but yeah, it's quite interesting. Oh, anyway, my story about uh anesthesia. So I used to go to Stanford a lot, which is also where Prodigy used to work, and my mom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and I had to go there for a whole bunch of stuff, but for this particular time, it was for upper GI endoscopy, which basically means that they stick a fucking camera that goes down my throat instead of out my ass, um,
Yep.
and they have to put you out for that. And so there was like the first time I think they did it, it was like when I was like literally I was kind of like bodybuilding, and I'm already in pretty good shape, so like I burned
Mm-hmm.
through anesthesia pretty quickly. I didn't know that up until like this
Mm-hmm.
time, so they put me out and they wheel me in, and as they're putting this fucking thing down my throat, I wake up and I grab somebody and they go,
Oh
"Oh,
shit.
he's still up," and that's like all I remember is like he's still awake, and then they put me out. So after that, now it's like there was like a thing in my chart that said basically like you have to like they have to give me like extra shit, and so like every other time I went to Stanford, it was just like, bro, I was on a fucking different planet. So yeah.
Yes.
And one time
Yeah.
I remember I was,
Anesthesiologists.
oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say anesthesiologists. They're some fucking wizards with fucking potions. They can transport you mentally to wherever the fuck you want to go.
Anesthesiologists are the fucking best drug dealers on the goddamn planet. I'm just
There you go.
saying. Yeah, 'cause I remember like one time I had to get wrist surgery for like my
Mm-hmm.
TFCC got torn or whatever, and they did a nerve block, so basically I couldn't feel my arm, right? Like not at all. Like it
Yeah.
was basically it didn't exist. My arm didn't exist, and they were like, "Hey, so do you want anything to like calm your nerves?" And I was like, I'm okay, but sure. Like, why not? And then they asked me, "Do you want to go out?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll just go out." And so like they gave me something to like calm me down, even though I was pretty chill. And then after that
Mm-hmm.
point, didn't give a fuck, and they put me out, and I didn't give a shit about. Like I was just gone to a different, universe.
Yep.
Basically, it's like time traveling.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. And I remember talking to like the nurse a little bit before OR, and she was like, "Hey, you seem a little nervous." And I was like, "This is a fucking Tuesday for you, but like this is something that I don't do fucking every day, you know."
I'll,
But
if they ever tell you, do you seem a little bit nervous? Ask them to like get something to like calm you down.
mm-hmm.
Like, don't just
Yeah,
be
no, she
sitting
was on
there.
it.
Yeah, don't just sit there and be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna fuck that shit." They can give you something that you don't give a fuck anymore. You not be
Yep.
nervous, needles, nothing. They don't like shove something in your ass. You don't give a fuck.
Yep. Yep.
I'm saying that in context with a colonoscopy. I'm not saying that
Yes.
in a Diddy context. All right, I need to be very
Yes.
specific here.
But also, I mean, I know it's morbid and shit, but like, holy shit, if this is even a fraction of like the bullshit, awful fucking rapist ass people who do like slipping somebody a roofie, that basically you are into you're evil and you're into some necrophilia stuff because these drugs will put you fucking out. You are dead to the world and have time traveled to another time and place.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it was a real weird feeling the next day. Like, wait a minute, who put on my fucking clothes?
Yeah.
How did I? I think Mishka drove me home. Yeah, that would make sense. I know I didn't fucking drive myself. And they told me, they said, hey, you have to have someone drive you home. We're not gonna let you Uber. Like it has to be an adult person over the age of 18 driving you home. I was like, all right, well, I'll make it happen. Goddamn, they were not fucking good. Oh, and then they said this bullshit. They said, don't make any fucking decisions the rest of the day. I was like,
Yeah.
weird, but okay, fine. You know what I mean? What the fuck you mean? After I'm done, I'm gonna live my normal life. No, the fuck I'm not. So
I didn't know that you never. Was that your first time going under?
Yeah, no, I've only had local
Wow.
anesthesia.
Okay.
Yeah. I've had, because I broke my wrist like 8th grade. I've had some teeth removed, and then of course I had the infamous vasectomy, and I wasn't under for that wonderful shit. So yes, now I know.
Yeah, the first time I went under, I was in actually the Marine Corps. It was when I had to get my wisdom teeth pulled, and that's the first time I knew that there was like me and anesthesia. Like you have to like use a lot because like they gave me like a bunch of like local anesthesia. Like they gave me like 8 shots on like both sides of my mouth.
Yeah,
and then he went to go in to like break my molars or my wisdom teeth, and I could still feel it. And he's like, "Oh shit!" He's like, "All right, well, we got to reschedule for like 2 weeks from now. We'll just put you out." I was like, all right. So, yeah, I did that. And then that was the first time I ever had like Vicodin. So it was great.
Yeah, man. In fact, I'm going to look at the chart and look up what drugs and how many milligrams or whatever they gave me. Because holy fuck, they was ready for my ass. But yeah, that was the good times. You learn something new.
Yeah, portaling to different dimensions.
The other thing, just to give a quick shout out, I know it's way late because we're well into December now, but it was a fucking really nice ass Thanksgiving, and I appreciated spending it with you, your brother, the kids, all of that. That was fucking just cool to kind of get together down here,
Yeah, with all these tall ass fucking children.
Man,
what the fuck?
His eldest, your brother's eldest son, is towering over the entire fucking world right now. I think he's the tallest one out of all the kids and adults right now. I think he's taller than your brother.
Yeah, I think he is too. But also, I can strangle him, so I don't care. But I mean, even your son is like up there too. Like
they're all growing up. Definitely all growing up.
How tall is your son? He's
5'11", I think.
Is he 5'11"?
I think 5'10", 5'11", something like that.
I feel like he was like in the 6 foot range. I mean, that is 6 foot range. So
that's pretty much, you put some shoes on or whatever. So yeah, he's doing his thing. I wish Olden, to have you figured it out, or can you even hear us? Are you typing in? He's nodding along. At least he can hear us. Yeah. So that's old man shit. I'll see some results later on, but yeah, go do it. Whether you go the Cologuard route or the fucking colonoscopy.
Hold on. We need to like specify. So like my Cologuard experience was obviously having to script your own shit with like a thing or whatever. It's gross, but also I know like the build up for getting a colonoscopy is like it's a lot. It's like a week-long experience, right? Because you have to like basically stop eating fiber. Then you have to like drink this fucking gross drink.
Yeah. So let me break that down. So it's not fully a week. I mean, you have to get the prescription and whatnot, but it's real simple. You get this stuff called Go Lightly, and it says lemon lime flavor. It is not fucking lemon lime flavor. Do not get fucking fooled. All it is basically a 2-liter jug of solution, and you just add fucking water to it, and you drink that the day before and then the morning of.
Gotcha.
And then on top of that,
and
they make you just get.
And you don't trust your farts, right?
You never trust your fucking farts. Yeah, I was definitely gonna get to that. But you also, on top of the Go Lightly, you take 2 extra fucking strength super laxatives with either just over-the-counter laxatives while you're drinking that. So guaranteed shits that you haven't even thought of are coming out of your fucking ass. Like it's everything is gone. You never and Kronos hit the nail on the head. You never trust any farts on laxatives and just go lightly. You just need to fucking sit on the pot pretty much the whole time. You know, get up, stretch your legs, and then go right back down. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be a whole lot of fucking shitting until it's just fucking liquid. I'm gonna be real graphic with it, but that's the day before you started around between 4 and 6 p.m. and you got to drink half the 2 liter, and then in the morning you drink the rest with more laxatives. And then the 2 days before your procedure, it's a restricted diet of fucking. What did they say? You could do meat, you could do dairy, but nothing fiber like no fruit,
no fiber.
Yeah. And then the day of, everything clear. So all I was doing, it was actually pretty easy. All I did was down Gatorade, but it can't be the fucking red Gatorade. Yeah, I know. They were real specific about that on the rules. They were like, don't do fucking red anything.
So what the fuck is in red Gatorade then?
Something that you're not supposed to drink when they're looking up your fucking ass. I don't know.
Holy shit. Now I'm wondering, like, what the fuck is in red Gatorade?
Yeah, man. Yeah. They were real specific. No red Gatorade, no red Kool-Aid. Like, it couldn't be anything the color red, and it was all liquid diet. You could do chicken broth and pretty much Gatorade and popsicles, and you just had to get through the day, or obviously water as much as you wanted as well. So, but it's really just those 2 days. I had it on Friday, so that was Wednesday and then Thursday, and then Friday morning I got in there and got roofied real hard.
Got roofied, all right. So maybe after my 2 years I'll consider it. But I was just like, he was like, yeah, you can just do Cologuard like every couple of years. I'm just like, yeah, that's cool. But then also like the whole experience of just like having like straight my own shit. I'm just like, that's not the business.
No.
So
yeah. You want a professional?
When I could just get high for a day, like
exactly. And don't forget the pissing out of your ass. You know.
I mean, that's all right. I got a bidet, so that's normal.
Oh my god, yeah. It is what it fucking is. God damn it. What else was I gonna mention?
That got really fucked up. Honestly, I mean, listen, this podcast is older dudes, and also just a PSA. Listen, if you're black and you're a male, actually, if you're anybody, but especially if you're a black male. We are more likely to go down for like colon cancer, prostate cancer, other sorts of cancers. We're more susceptible to some shit than other people. So if this shit all sounded gross or whatever, I don't give a fuck. Go get tested for this stuff because society needs you. We all need you to stick around for as long as possible. So don't let a mildly uncomfortable day or whatever like disturb you to like not do the shit. And obviously, honestly, with Prodigy's experience, like just getting high for a day, I mean that sounds fucking awesome. So and you get a free fucking pass.
There you go.
For being an asshole.
And I was definitely an asshole. Mishka was sick of me. The kids were sick of me. Everybody was sick of me in this house. I will also say this because I don't have the filter. I just want to be really fucking clear on it when it comes to colonoscopies. I'll say it just bluntly. You're not going to wake up with any soreness. Like, you're just going to feel fucking normal. I know that's a fear or whatever. You're like, oh, I'm no longer going to be a booty virgin and, blah, blah, blah. You're not going to feel like someone has invaded your fucking ass space. You know what I mean?
The weird thing about somebody saying like, oh, I don't want to feel like I'm not a booty virgin. It's like, listen, you shit out of there every day. Exactly. And if you haven't had like an extra large shit at some point in your life,
yes.
I mean, you had to. Like, I definitely have passed some shits where it's like, this is questionable. Like, how was this like making out of like my body? So, if you've never experienced that, I doubt you have not experienced that at some point in time. Exactly. But things come out of there all the time. So
yeah. Also, too, it gives you a new appreciation for when you know how on the porn stuff they always do the fucking behind the scenes videos after the fucking scene where they're just like, man, I had to prep for 4 days for that anal scene.
Yeah.
Now you understand. Some of them folks was doing that go lightly and them laxatives, and they was really prepping because even with the power of film editing, you never see any shred of turd or red Gatorade, you know what I mean, on the floor. You know?
Oh my God! Can I talk about shit? What was her name? She's been on the podcast twice now.
Ella Darling.
Ella Darling. First time I met her, we were at a VR event, and she had me put on these VR goggles, and it was literally watching a porn scene. It was like literally somebody eating cereal out of somebody's ass,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Ma'am, we're at a bar." like, what is
not
happening
even a
right
speakeasy?
now?
Not even a speakeasy.
Like, we're at a bar in a hotel at a convention center.
Yeah.
And I'm watching somebody eating. I think it was like, I don't even know what cereal it was, but it was like somebody eating cereal out of somebody's ass with milk and all. By the way.
Yes, of course. Gotta keep it wet, you know. But yeah.
Give me a minute, okay?
Yeah, do you think? I'm gonna regale the audience with more stories of prep time when it comes to booty stuff. But yeah, these porn stars are out here doing all their prep stuff, and that's a little bit what you got to do for fucking colonoscopies. But at the end of the day, it's worth it. You don't feel anything. It's over in maybe about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. I probably woke up maybe an hour and some change, hour and a half later, but I time traveled, so I don't know fucking how long I was out. All I know is someone put my fucking clothes back on and wheeled me out in a goddamn wheelchair, and I was a belligerent fucking kindergartner. So it is what the fuck it is. Yeah. So if you are having any type of medical procedure, or you haven't had your annual checkup of booty stuff, just go do it. Man up and get your ass poked, you know? Take it from Prodigy. The other things I do want to mention while Kronos does this thing in the background, Venezuela is going crazy. We're out here doing pirate shit. The U.S. government is fucking stealing tanker ships with oil and, you know, bombing motherfucking fishermen boats off the coast of Venezuela, and it's unfortunately wartime again. Not that it ever fucking ends. I don't know if y'all have been paying attention to this shit or not, but it's getting real gross, and you can't say anything about it having to do with drugs or anything like that, because they're stealing oil tankers and there's no drugs in sight, and the fishermen boats don't even have enough fuel to reach Miami or the Florida Keys. So we're just out here doing some thievery shit. It is what the fuck it is. Hopefully Kronos is coming back soon. If not, the other thing I will mention is Battlefield 6. Enjoying the ever-loving fuck out of that game. It's gotten its hooks in me so deeply. I've been playing with Old Ninja. They got some kind of new. Everything good?
Yeah, it's like there's a helicopter flying around. They're looking for like some 75-year-old guy, and my youngest is like scared that like because she didn't know what was going on. It was a helicopter.
Oh.
And they're talking about like
specific that you know who they're looking for. Like,
well, because I can hear them say it. She's like, I can hear them flying around. Like, but I heard, I was like, they're looking for like a grandfather or great grandfather. And I'm just like, don't worry. Like, just think of like your Nona. Like, if she got lost, wouldn't you want somebody to try and find him?
Gotcha. So, yeah, I get you.
Yeah, it's like you're very safe here.
Well, I hope they find that person. You know, whoever he is.
Hold on, what the fuck is happening here? Spread them.
Oh, spread them. Still talking colonoscopies.
All right, that's just. Hey, Papa Bear's here too. Papa Bear,
is he
pretty
the one
sure.
telling me to spread them?
No, that's Brandon Park.
Okay.
I'm sure that Papa Bear is probably coming up on his colonoscopy very soon.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also the prostate exam. Even though I'm like, it's still the most ridiculous fucking exam.
Yeah, I mean, again, I've only seen this in like really raunchy comedies, and it never looked. I mean, it looks like someone just puts on a fucking glove, says bend over, and then
that's what happens.
fucking fingers in your ass. That like It's not more complicated than that.
And it's not, but it's also just like, yo, this. So we got scans for this. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't
Yeah.
understand. And it's not just the problem that I have. It's not just the I'm not homophobic like at all. But the problem is like when they want to say like, oh, we're just gonna just feel how big it is and like feel like if there's any lumps or blah blah blah. So the prostate is it's a fucking circular. It's like a spherical thing, and so you're just like literally poking on like one end of it. So it's like you're
Mm-hmm.
telling me like, what if something's on the other fucking side? There's no way you can feel that.
Mm.
So it's like it's so fucking dumb like the way that we do it. And it's like, why don't you just give him a fucking MRI with contrast if you need to? Just it seems like very antiquated way
Yeah,
to
I mean,
like do things.
is there really no other way? There's no
There is
lab
another
test,
way.
nothing.
This seems very obvious. There's another fucking way. And listen, ladies, if y'all want to complain about the fucking pap smears and all that stuff, I can understand. At least when it comes down to like, actually, I'm not gonna speak on that because I'm not a lady. But yeah, there's definitely a better way to like scan somebody's prostate than just like literally manually feeling somebody's like internal organ. Like that seems very for like one portion of it, like maybe in like a quarter of it.
Yeah,
It just seems very dumb to me. Maybe there's a doctor that can come on the podcast one of these days that can explain like why the fuck are we literally just poking maybe a quarter of somebody's like organ and it seems like, oh, it feels bigger, it feels smaller, but it's like, how do you know? Like,
I will say this. There's it always reminds me of I used to have this one coworker who gay guy, Latino guy, really, really fucking funny. My God, did he always fucking promote prostate orgasms? This man literally would, at work too, he would just literally say, if you haven't had a prostate orgasm, you ain't lived yet. And I'm just like, sir, I am trying to drink some coffee in the fucking morning. Like, what are we
wow,
doing?
this guy. And he's at work. And what's hilarious to me, so I don't want to say what your actual profession is, but telling that to you is really funny.
Yeah,
So it's like, bro, you could like definitely like not say that to you.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was hilarious, absolutely hilarious. And I'll never forget. I'm not gonna put his name out there, but goddamn.
Well, also, I think that a lot of dudes don't understand like the human body works like in general, like where all the stuff comes out, like where all that fluid comes from. So like
Yep.
a lot of it comes from your prostate. So
Yeah, fucking swimmers.
yeah. That's why guys that even though I make fun of Prodigy all the time for busting dusty nuts, that's not where like the vast majority of like that stuff comes from. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. I will say too, for anybody who I know I've explained it before, but post vasectomy, they sure do fucking make you nut in a fucking jar to test your goddamn swimmers and see if they're still swimming or if it's just fucking dust.
So did you get a cinnamon from stage 2 to help
I
you out?
sure did.
All right, there we go.
Fucking vasectomies. All right, goddamn, we've gone very medical today.
Very medical and very very male. This is like, but also again, just want to remind everybody: if you're black male, get your checks done. All right, because we're more susceptible to that kind of shit, and like a lot of us don't go to doctors. Like, oh my god. So I went to a doctor today. I went to a allergist, which is funny because I don't think I have allergies like at all.
Yeah.
But after I went to like my ear, nose, and throat doctor, she recommended I go to an allergist, and she was a black woman.
Okay.
Pretty sure she was pretty. I could tell by her from her eyes at least. I couldn't. She was wearing a mask. But it got to a point to where like we were talking about stuff, and I was talking about how like I have headaches. And I was like, she's like, well, what do you do? I was like, I take ibuprofen or I just take a nap. She's like, oh yeah, it's basically we're like from the same sort of generation. And she's like, yeah, like your parents just tell you to like just lay down, but like you cannot do that. So here's a referral to a neurologist. So yeah, I was like, bam, okay. So
essentially, she said the doctor equivalent of "You are a caveman. Please don't do." Please
do
that.
Yeah. But it's I get it. Like. Yeah. Also, I always say like I don't have allergies, but I do have like sinus issues.
Yeah.
But I just deal with them. It's more than
Yeah.
just it's beyond just like being a Gen Xer. It's also of me being in the Marine Corps of like I will just get by. You
Yes.
know what I mean? But also I don't have to. So
Yep.
yeah.
It's the American version of the whole, keep calm and carry on. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
just fucking keep going.
But I am gonna get a nose job next year. So
You're gonna really? Okay.
yeah, yeah, I have to. Like my apparently I have a deviated septum in
Oh,
like so they're gonna reconstruct like the inside of my nose next year.
all right. So here's the thing, though. When it's all said and done, you got to go for an MJ circa 1999 nose. Like
No.
make it turn up. Give it that little.
No,
You
no.
know.
I'm gonna try to look as normal as possible. Like I don't want them to, like actually change. I was like, listen, if you want to do anything internal, it's fine, but like I don't want the external of my nose to like look that different. So
Hmm.
like do whatever. She was already like it's funny. I was talking to my doctor when I was gonna do surgery on me. She said she's gonna take like a part of like my ear and like reconstruct like the inside of my nose.
You know what? Let
So
me be. I will be right back. Keep going. I'll be right back.
sure, sure. So yeah, I didn't know until like recently that like I had like actual breathing problems and all this shit. Until I got like there's a thing called the intake strip where it's like way better than breathe rights. I might have talked about it before on the podcast. Where like basically you put like two magnets on like either side of like your nostrils, and you get like a strip, like a very rigid strip that you put on top of your nose, and it like basically expands your nose by the magnets, and that made me sleep like way better and just like breathe way better. I didn't even know that I like that my nose um, had like restricted breathing until I put on until like they like literally opened up my nose and I was like, oh, this is nice. Like I can actually breathe pretty good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that surgery. But I wanted to see the allergist first, then I wanted to get a sleep study done first. And my sleep study for UCSD, which is the San Diego Medical Group or whatever, but the next appointment they had in person for a consult was for June of next year.
Goddamn.
And so I was like, well, what about just like virtual? And like, oh, April. I'm just like, what? That's still fucking forever. So I got a thing on there, but I'm gonna call like a medical group that just does sleep studies that
Yeah.
accepts insurance because I got a PPO. So yeah,
Make it happen, man. It's like,
this,
yeah,
this is adult as fuck right here. This is like
it
old
really is,
old
man.
man
Look,
shit.
nose jobs, colonoscopies, prostate exams, all the fun stuff and shit, man.
All the fun
Um,
stuff.
I will say this just on some slight uh U-turn or left turn or whatever. The Game Awards are tomorrow.
They are, yeah. This has been like it's been a very weird year for gaming, mainly because like I talked about it a few times on the podcast, but uh, AAA games were like
Hmm.
not great this year.
Yep.
Like I think like at least three of the seven games that are up for the Game of the Year awards, at least for the VGAs,
Hmm.
were indie games, and they're fucking legit, like
Yep.
really really good games. Like the game that I put in the most amount of time over the past year, was Hades 2. Like I put in over
Hmm.
200 hours. So
What I appreciate about it, and again, I'm not someone who typically loves all things indie games, but I gotta give credit where credit's due. They're not doing that bullshit of here's some pay to win typically, or here's some fucking skins that don't make any sense for the game you're actually playing, or trying to have some fucking battle pass that feels like a goddamn casino. Typically these games are just passion projects with smaller studios and a whole lot of fucking attention to detail on gameplay and
yeah,
story.
you hit the nail on the head right there. That the fact that the real front runners, they are games that are not there. There's literally no microtransactions because I think like
Yep.
most people are over it. Actually, now you got to give me another couple seconds. Be right back. Talk about the Game Awards.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, the microtransactions just don't seem to be part of it. And don't get me wrong, there's been some games that I've enjoyed from the AAA standpoint that have had microtransactions. I played Call of Duty last year. Battlefield had some of that as well, and I really like Battlefield. But um, you can go over the top with it, you know. And I appreciate the games that don't necessarily have it. One of the best ones of late, or two best ones. I loved obviously Elden Ring, but uh, Baldur's Gate 3 won a couple years ago, and it's just a fucking masterclass of true RPG, Dungeons and Dragons, literal rolling of electronic dice and story. That's what the fuck it is. But it ain't no microtransaction bullshit. And you can definitely go too far with that. Looking at you, EA, looking at you, Activision. So, and even Fortnite and all of that other stuff just can go way too fucking far. So, shout out, even though I haven't played it yet, shout out to Claire, Expure, whatever, 33, and Hades 2, and some of those other games that have really split action, split fiction, whatever the fuck it is, that have really set the bar this year and have come to play. Oh, and obviously Silksong. That's another one that's just kicked ass for $20 at launch. I think it's less than 10 people in the studio, whole studio, maybe even less than 5. Amazing work with limited resources that just has gameplay that everybody fucking loves. So I'm excited to see what happens tomorrow at the Game Awards. There's always some cool announcements. There's always some cool trailers. I do not know why in the ever-loving fuck they have the category of most anticipated game of 2026 when everybody and their fucking mothers knows it's GTA 6. Like, there's really no reason to even have that at all. Nobody else is going to get anything above 10%. So, yeah, we going to see. Speaking of GTA, I will say, I guess in anticipation of GTA 6, for whatever reason, I've been just feeling like replaying Rockstar games. I want to go back to GTA 5, at least from a campaign standpoint, play that one from start to finish. And then I even want to replay Red Dead Redemption 2, because god damn, I need some Rockstar perfection. Well, Ninja, are you able to hear to talk at all? You don't want to join on the phone? No? God damn it, we can't hear you for shit. Oh well. Because I did want to mention or get into Battlefield 6 with you, but that ain't gonna happen if we can't have that back and forth. All right, Cronus, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Everybody good? Did they find the 75-year-old?
I have no idea. I just had to take a piss. So.
Oh, okay. A prostate test.
He was definitely not in my bathroom. So
there you go. Yeah, Game Awards. You were gonna share some thoughts too.
Yeah, it's just I think that AAA games really need to take this year as like a eye-opening experience of like what gamers really want in games, and the fact that I think that we've reached we have reached a tipping point into trying to pull extra capital out of games for like literally no reason. Call of Duty Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is a perfect example. They decided to really rush a Black Ops 7 game, put it out there with all this extra bullshit, and Battlefield 6 really destroyed them. But yeah, we don't need all this extra bullshit. People just want to play a good game that's fun. It doesn't need to like make it so obvious, like make it addicting. Like all these battle pass things. Hopefully, people have realized this by now. It's just to get you to play more, and to get addicted to the game, and have like the whole FOMO thing, fear of missing out. But we don't, especially older gamers. Like we don't need that shit. Like we got other shit to do. Like if you want to I guess prey upon like younger gamers, I guess, but they don't got fucking money. Like their parents do, but also their parents as time goes on, they're not gonna have the appetite to like just keep shelling out money more and more for games, but us older gamers, we do actually have capital, and
Yeah.
we're willing to spend, pretty much top dollars on good games. But we don't want to get nickel and dime to death, and we don't.
Yeah.
We also don't have the time to, to spend 40 hours a week on a game. Like we just don't.
That's a fucking job.
Yeah, it is a job, but we want to play an enjoyable experience and just pay for that shit once and pay for it when we get the fucking play it when we get the chance.
Yeah.
So I don't. They're just going after like a younger market when like uh most I don't want to say most gamers, but a lot of gamers are aging and they have money and they don't want to just they don't need the extra dumb bullshit to try to like make us addicted to a game because like we're older and smarter than that at this point in our lives.
Also, one of the greatest things about an already excellent game is when they give you really great DLC.
Yeah.
I just
Yes.
and we'll always pay for that, and we have no problem with it. I mean, obviously, there were plenty of great DLCs in the Borderlands games. Witcher 3 had some great DLC. Hell, the Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty DLC
Yeah.
was probably better than the base game.
Yeah.
I even think back to Red Dead Redemption 1 that had that undead nightmare that was
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Zombie
It was a
game.
goddamn
Yeah.
cowboy zombie game.
I remember Legends for Ghost of Tsushima. That
Oh
shit was
yeah,
great. It was out of nowhere too.
yeah, yeah. Came out of nowhere. Excellent content. So I'm never mad at some really good DLC. The first Last of Us had that, the Left Behind one that was really
Yeah.
good DLC. Add DLC, add more content to games that we already fucking love, and we'll pay for it. And even have a path with, there's going to be 2 or 3 additional DLC, for the campaign or whatever. And no, I'm not talking about like, hey, with GTA 5 online, they're constantly every single day updating. I'm talking about actual, some story missions like Ballad of Gay Tony,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Well,
that shit
but
was
apparently
hilarious.
with GTA 5 online, the they brought back one of the characters from the main game, like from the single player game.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
and
Okay.
they aged him up because it's been like 45,000 years since he's since we've seen this dude. Um, but yeah, like we don't need. Um, I don't know. It's weird because to say these things because obviously I'm like we are not what what the gaming industry thinks of as like the target demographic. I wish we were.
Correct.
We should be
Yeah.
because we literally grew up playing games. Like
Yep.
I can't tell you how many fucking games that I've bought and haven't beat at this point in time. You know what I
Yep.
mean? It's a lot, but guess what? I fucking bought them
Yep.
because I got the extra money to do it. I mean, not right now, but but I have for the vast majority of my life. I just got a Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Which can I talk about this game for a minute?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
we're talking about gaming, but I have to talk about this game because I'm so happy and fucking viscerally angry at this game. Uh,
Those are extreme emotions on both sides.
yeah, it really is. So I have a Switch 2. I've been waiting for a Metroid Prime 4 to come out for like forever, since what Echoes Are Corruption or whatever. I've played almost every Metroid game that there is, except for the one that was like on the I think it was on the GBA, the Game Boy Advance, and there was like another one I didn't play either. Another M. I didn't play that one. But I played the vast majority of them, and uh, this one is good. Like when I started playing it, like all the old sounds from like the old Metroid Prime games, like they're all there. It's fun. They actually threw in like some other extra characters that talk with us and stuff like that. But there's a fundamental problem with this game that makes the game almost unplayable for me. It's
Mm-hmm.
the fact that I play every single first and third person game inverted. So like I have to invert my controls.
Yep.
Thank you and also fuck you to old X-wing games. So now anything that's in first person, I have to play inverted controls or even third person. But in Metro Prime 4 Beyond, I can invert my controls when I'm normally playing the game. Yeah, that's fine. But when I do the lock on thing, if I log on and then I try to like move the cursor around,
Yep.
it uninverts it, so it's back to normal. So it's basically like if you're a normal player, it's like if you were playing the game and you locked on to somebody, you try to like move the cursor around. If your controller just went upside down,
God
okay.
damn.
The same thing happens when they have like a. I don't want to like spoil the game, but there's a certain special artifact or like whatever you want to call it. Like you get a special thing where basically you can shoot a bullet and it slows down time and you can like basically control where the bullet goes. When you do that, it inverts the controls again, like puts it back to normal for me. So again, it's like upside down
What the fuck?
for me. So it's like it's very frustrating because it's like every boss battle that I've played so far, you need to go into like one of those two or three. There's a third one too where it's like it uninverts, and there's no way to like change it back to like make it so that, like it's always inverted, and it's so. But the game is fucking good. Like it's really good. But the fact that anytime I fight a boss, it's like literally a 30 fucking minute affair because I literally just can't get the bullet to go where I want it to go because I have to like think backwards when I get into these modes.
What's okay? So let me say this. What's amazing to me is in this modern era, I've learned that that's an accessibility issue.
It is
in some ways.
Yes, it is.
You know what I mean? Like they've added all of these cool features, which some of them, to be honest with you, I didn't get at first, but there are people who use them because of a variety of different things. And not being able to convert, in first person view the way your, brain and thinking and gameplay prefers is an accessibility issue.
It really is. And it's very frustrating because obviously I'm in the fucking if there's like 10% of people like me that are gamers, I'd be surprised. So it's a very small portion, but goddamn it, Nintendo, like you need to like please put a patch out to like make the game like easier for me to play because it's literally I gotta fit my brain has to like every input, and it's like in a split second too. Like I have no time to do this.
I remember going back to GTA, getting in planes in GTA, and of course, immediately pointing the fucking nose of the plane towards
straight
the
down.
ground.
Yeah, and that's what it is for me. Like,
and that's I can imagine for you being like, "Why am I going down? I don't want to go down. I want to go this way." So yeah, no, they got to fix that. That's a patch, something. And there's no excuse for it in the modern era because most AAA games, and Nintendo was an incredibly important publisher and design, software maker. They know how to do this. They can do it.
I mean, they should. So it's just like it's one of those things they don't. I don't know. Maybe they didn't think about it, but it's just like, bro, like this is I literally can't play this fucking game. Like.
Yeah.
There's like a boss that I know exactly what the fuck I need to do to beat this boss.
Mm-hmm.
But I was sitting there the other day for 20 fucking minutes and I couldn't do it. And so I paused the game. I set it down. I was like, all right, I'll try to play it another day.
Yeah. I got a question. I know Samus obviously has badass fucking suits and shit, but is she really like 6'5" or 6'6", like basically as tall as Doom guy?
Yeah, she's huge.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the Chozo. I think it's the Chozo, right? That gave her like genetic enhancements. So yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so she's
deep lore.
She's Lady Master Chief.
Yeah, and she doesn't talk. She doesn't talk in this game at all. At least not so far.
I'm chill with that. That's how she was back in the day.
And also another thing that's like they kind of went old school, which is amazing, but also like it's old school, is that there's actual save points.
Oh.
Yeah, actual save points.
That's good shit.
And so there's no auto save. Like you got to reach that save point and then like consider turning off your game. So and then I guess hope that it doesn't get updated and it fucks you over.
I love it. Love it. Fucking make it happen, goddammit. Damn, yeah. I don't have any predictions tomorrow for the Game Awards, other than even though I haven't played it yet, just from a buzz standpoint, I think 33 Claire Obscure, whatever. I
Yeah,
think
Claire Obscura.
it
Yeah.
seems like it has the most buzz, maybe.
Yeah, honestly, I think it does too, which is crazy because, like, if you talk to me 20 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
I was a huge, turn-based RPG fan. I still am. I just haven't, played them in a while. But I need to play that game. I wonder if it's on like if I can get it on my Steam Deck. I'm pretty sure I can.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like I'm glad that game blew up because turn-based RPGs were like my jam back in the day. I've played. There's very few gaming genres that I don't like. I guess probably sports games is probably like the one probably like the main one I don't like is sports games.
Mm-hmm.
Only because I was an athlete when I was young. I mean, I'm still a fucking athlete, but I just unless it was like it needed to be for me for sports games. It had to be like fantastical.
Yeah.
So like I need to play like like NBA jams or Mutant League football or something like that, where it's like
Yeah.
something that I obviously couldn't do.
Yeah.
So
Over the top.
yeah, but like other like Madden for me was like never like my jam. So, but other than that, I play like a whole bunch of different kinds of games.
Yeah. No, I get it. I was someone who back in the day didn't really fuck with a whole lot of well turn-based
Role playing games,
RPGs.
yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah.
normal. Like
But
honestly, back then, I was like that was super nerd status.
yeah. Yeah. It wasn't my jam, but now I'm older, and I mean, Persona really like changed my mind. Even South Park Stick of Truth was
Yeah,
really good. I liked
yeah.
that shit. And then of late, you know what I mean? They let me like fuck a bear, so I was like, Baldur's Gate is it. So
Yeah. Let me fuck a bear.
yeah,
Damn.
man.
All right. I need
So
to go. I need to go back and play that because I have it on my Steam Deck.
mhm.
Well, I have it on Steam, and I played it on my Steam Deck, but it was like not Steam Deck appropriate. Like it was just
Yeah,
like the graphics were just like all fucked up. So, but
yeah.
I know now this is like back when it first came out. So they I know they've updated it to like be more Steam Deck playable, but also I have like a legit gaming laptop. I have a fucking GTX 5080 in my laptop. So yeah, Prodigy, you are fucking frozen, bro. You're looking like you are contemplating. There we go. You're back now.
Okay. The only thing I'll caution you with Baldur's Gate is, goddamn, it's a long story,
Yeah.
and all your fucking decisions matter, and you can spend 400 hours in that shit.
I mean, that's normal, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I put in like a lot of hours in the Skyrim, so
Yeah. Yeah.
and I put in like I said, I put in not an RTS, but I put in 200 plus hours into Hades too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
When a game gets its hooks in you, like it's your fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to fucking put it down. You want to just keep fucking going and learn all the idiosyncratic things with it. So
goddamn, look at you with the big words, idiosyncratic things. All right.
man,
Also, Lyrian Games they dropped a hint on like their next game. There's like apparently like some really obscure statue somewhere in like the fucking desert or something like that. They're gonna make a new game.
here's what I will say about that fucking studio.
It's Lyrian, right? I'm saying the
Yeah,
right words here, right?
Lyrian
Yeah.
or Larian, one of the other. But that studio is a bunch of fucking nerds, and I mean that in the best possible way. Like these are people who obsess over the 20-sided dice roll electronically has to have a 1 in blah 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 chance of,
Yeah.
like, they obsess over the little things in terms of the story and the gameplay and the armor and the lore and all of that. And I love people who are that fucking addicted to the granular details of shit. So
I mean, hold on. I'll just be an asshole because I'm quite nerdy, but those people that are that kind of nerds, they're cool and all until you get cornered by them, and they don't
Yes.
know, like, they don't pick up on no social cues. And you're just like, bro, I gotta fucking go. You know what I mean? I got shit to do. I don't want to talk to you no more. Like, you know, I'm picking up. I'm like, I'm looking away from you. You know, I'm looking at my watch, looking at my fucking phone. Oh, you're picking that up? Oh, okay. You still want to talk about fucking, you know, the statistics on what it takes to get like roll 19 or some shit in that game? You know, it's like, all right, you know.
I like them from a distance. Like they can work on my game,
Like,
and I'll buy the game, but I'm not spending time with them at a fucking table or nothing. Man. God damn.
this is why, you know, I tell people that, like, you know, there's some people that I know that are like, they're not really nerdy. They're nerdy about other things that I'm not nerdy about. Like I'm very aware that I'm probably on the spectrum, like pretty high, like that. I'm pretty sure I'm on the spectrum, but also it's like I know there's like I don't want to go through like a certain. It's like I'm in IT, right, and I'm really good at my job, but I don't want to get any better at my job because there's like a threshold they have to cross.
Yeah.
And I don't want to cross that threshold. They're like, oh, you know, why don't you like help us do like these things like the component team or, you know, write some code or blah, blah. I'm like, no, I don't want to do any of that shit. Cause like I'm already socially awkward enough. You know, I like doing jujitsu. I like talking to girls. You know what I mean? I like talking to people. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to like these people that I work with, except for like a certain few, they're very like, they're kind of awkward. You know,
Yeah.
and I'm already awkward enough. Like I
Yeah.
don't need all that extra bullshit. I don't need to know everything. Like I'm good because you know life is worth living.
You know how, like, we like anime. You know, we've liked it for a while.
Yeah.
We've talked about anime, but then you meet someone who's too into anime.
Yeah, like you remember Dragon Ball Z episode 32 at like, you know, the 3 minute and 12-second mark when Goku said whatever. It's like, no, bro, I don't, but I definitely watched the episode.
Like, I know major arcs, you know, and I know major characters, but no, that side character from that one beach episode, no, I forgot, man. I don't know. Or the writer, you know what I mean? Or the intern who did some voice acting work that one time.
You know their favorite food? Like, no, I don't, but it's all good. Voice of Vegeta? Yeah, I know him. Yeah.
But, you know, there's a delicate balance. You want someone who's that into shit, making, you know, that episode or drawing that character or working on that lore or whatever. And I love folks who are fucking passionate about their goddamn craft. You know what I mean? So whatever the fuck Larian is doing, I'm fucking there for it. I'll see what's up. I believe in them. I trust that fucking studio. And also I believe that they're going to stay indie in a lot of ways and not, you know, do the microtransactions or release stuff that isn't ready. You know what I mean? Do a, you know, Cyberpunk 2077 where, you know, it's a glitchy fucking mess at launch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, they fixed it, but I mean, there's like, but it's there's like 2, maybe 3 games that I could think of that like fucked it up at launch and then they fixed it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Hello Games with No Man's Sky is one of them. That's probably like the prime example. Cyberpunk is another one, prime example. But also they had government money. I think that honestly, Hello Games with No Man's Sky, that is like the pinnacle of fixing a game when like not only did they not really reach, they basically like lied.
Yeah, they did.
They straight up lied. And you know Sean Murray, you know, bless his heart, he sat down with like the team and was like, hey, we're gonna fix this and like actually reach the vision that we promised that we were gonna have back in like fucking what is it, like 2015, I guess at this point, but it was a very fucking long time ago. And you know they did it, and they keep releasing like, you know, good content every year. And if you bought the game back then, which I haven't played the game in a while, but apparently you can play it in VR now. And I have, you know, my PSVR 2. I got to hook it up somewhere downstairs, not in here, not a space. But yeah, that's one of the best stories of like, hey, you fucked it up, but fix it. Anthem, you could have done that. I'm just saying. Anthem was a great fucking game, but they fucked it up.
Yeah. Yeah. And here's the other thing though too. it costs money,
Hold
and
on. Oh,
sometimes corporations get all fucking chicken shit and say,
yeah.
well, we don't want to invest in it because we didn't have X numbers during our first quarter earnings report. So yeah,
Yeah.
old
So
ninja saying
Ona just
EA
said
pulled the plug.
EA pulled the plug on Anthem, and he also said that No Man's Sky is kind of scary in VR, but I got no fear. I'm just kidding. I definitely have fear.
Yeah. I'll also say this too, because people fucking forget, and we're getting closer to that time. Both GTA 5 Online and Red Dead Redemption 2 Online weren't fucking masterpieces at
Oh
launch for
no.
shit.
Well, actually,
They
yeah,
were
Red Dead Redemption 2 wasn't as bad. GTA 5 Online was a fucking
oh
train
yeah.
wreck. I was so fucking mad
Yeah.
when that shit came
Yeah.
out. But they once they started fixing it, they also gave like people that played like that played the game from the jump when it was all fucked up. They gave us like $500,000 and like a
Yeah.
bunch of other extra bullshit. So
That was cool. That was cool. But yeah, I mean, the weird thing was GTA 4 with Nico Bellic had an online mode, and that one worked better at launch than GTA 5 at launch.
yeah, but I mean,
It wasn't as involved.
yeah, you got to be fair. Like
Yeah, it wasn't as
yeah.
involved. But I'm just saying in terms of bugginess or whatever. But because I remember playing it, that was one of my first like Rockstar Online kind of things. But we will see. We will fucking see.
I still, this is what I want. I want what was it Silver? I forget the name of the studio.
Which
Whoever
one?
made shit, what was the name of the Saints Row?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Make a
yeah,
Saints Row online. Like it
yeah.
just like honestly, like Saints Row the third. I don't know how they can if they can capture that lightning in a bottle again. But that's one of my favorite games of all fucking time.
It was such
Seriously.
fresh air. It was so wacky. It was so fun. Um, and it really gave because it was really going up against GTA 4 at the time. It gave it a run for its money in terms of fun gameplay. It really did.
Honestly, Saints Row the third outdid GTA 4.
Yeah,
And then GTA 5 was like, I'm gonna take that crown right back.
yeah,
So yeah, they took it back. That wasn't quick, but yeah, they were definitely on top of graphically and paying attention to like the social zeitgeist. They were way better at it. But up until that point, Saints Row the Third was man, that game was fucking fun, so fucking fun.
it was. And then, I mean, the last one I think was so awful, at least from a review standpoint and sales standpoint. I think it destroyed the studio. I think the studio
It's
folded.
Deep Silver. That's what it's called. So honestly, I played like the last Saints Row, and it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't like Saints Row the Third.
Mm,
It wasn't a great game. It was a decent game. I had fun
yeah.
playing it, but I also I have a I guess rose-colored glasses. So I have a bias towards liking Saints Row games,
Yeah, I get it.
and I'll freely admit that.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel you on that. I mean, I'll even admit from the standpoint of Resident Evil, there have been some shit tier Resident Evil games, but I just like the fucking Resident Evil fucking franchise. Even when it's at its worst, I'm just like, kill some zombies. We
Yeah,
don't.
and I think it's fair to say that because I think like a lot of reviewers that do game reviews, they don't talk about like, their biases or their dislikes of gaming
Yeah,
franchises.
yeah.
Um, but if you pay me to review games, I would just let you know right away. Like, listen, if I'm going to review a Saints Row game, like what they're trying to do, in the entertainment value. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you can entertain me with a game, that goes a long way. You might have some technical issues, there might be some fucked up shit, but if I'm entertained, then I'm good. You
Yeah,
know?
I definitely feel that. A good story, good gameplay. I will say there are things that like break me out of, you know, my attention span staying focused on the game. And what I mean by that is like I remember I loved Fallout 4, but then I would fall through the floor.
That's so
You know what I
funny. You
mean?
you love Fallout 4?
Fallout 4 was a great game. I
Okay.
really did, but it had a lot of technical problems. A
Yeah,
lot.
I got it again like last year, I think, after they fixed everything. But yeah, it was very interesting. I forgot like the whole like base building thing.
Yeah. That took some getting used to, but once I got the hang of it, I was like, oh, okay, I can set up a whole bunch of death traps that like kill everything,
Yeah,
you know?
it made more sense like way later because like I played Fallout Shelter. I think if you play Fallout Shelter, going
Mm,
back and playing Fallout 4 is like way easier.
gotcha.
So and Fallout Shelter is like on a phone. So yeah,
Ah, okay. Yeah, man.
fun
So
game.
we'll fucking see. The other thing, I feel like going back and playing some ones of modern classics or whatever, like even God of War 2018 and Ragnarok. I haven't played them in a little while now. I feel
Oh
like doing it
man,
again.
did you play like the you played the one where it's like basically Kratos goes to therapy, right?
Valhalla.
Valhalla, yeah.
So not only did I play it, I am not a rogues like player at all. I've not liked a single one of them. I've tried. I've dipped my toe in. They're just not for me in general. I fucking love Valhalla. Valhalla
Yeah.
just I and this is real controversial for me. I may even like Valhalla a little bit better than I liked Ragnarok, and I love Ragnarok. It's almost a perfect game.
Honestly, that's not even controversial because like Valhalla, I'm sorry, Ragnarok, it's literally like this is my small complaint about Ragnarok. It's literally the same map.
Mm,
So, but I still enjoyed it. But the problem is that like for somebody to really enjoy, um, Valhalla, you had to have played these games
yeah,
like from like the inception of because I played the
exactly.
first God of War.
Yep.
And if you haven't played the first God of War, like some of this stuff, like you might not understand like who Kratos was, like from the jump, like how he killed his family, how he made a deal with like the gods, all this stuff, and like the regret. And the reason why I love the game is because as we all age, you're gonna have some fucking regrets. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like there's gonna be something that you've done in your life that you regret, and the fact that this person does like basically he goes to therapy and he talks about
Mm-hmm.
his regrets and like what happened like because of his actions was like it was so fucking awesome. But I feel like if you were like a younger generation than us and you didn't play God of War from the beginning, like you don't understand like what he really went through. Like they talk about it a little bit, like well, I mean they talk about it in Valhalla, but like when you're playing it as a younger person in your early 20s, when you're like
Yeah.
full of angst and all that shit, and you're like, yeah, fuck everything. I'm gonna go fuck this chick in the very beginning of the game, like multiple chicks, and like all of a sudden you play, God of War, 2018 as like an older person with kids. It's like, oh, like you're later on in life, like you're not about like that life anymore. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Like, and there are some things that you maybe like regret in your life, and they go through all that whole cycle. I fucking love it. It's like it's one of my favorite gaming franchises of all time. It's easily in the fucking top three.
Let me add one last thing to that because if you're not familiar with God of War or Kratos or whatever, you're hearing Kronos describe it, and you're like, why would I want to play a game about some therapy bullshit? I want to fucking, have fun gameplay where you're killing stuff. You are killing in the most violent,
Oh
awesome
yeah,
ways possible.
yeah,
So don't get it twisted. Yes, there's great cutscenes and Easter eggs and a great story where you talk about redemption and regret and all of that. But you are still doing incredibly fun gameplay stuff with every weapon he has against every conceivable type of monster or fucking god or whatever the fuck that you're killing.
yeah. I remember like the first time I got dropped near, I was like, oh my god, like this is fucking
Yes.
so. It was like something new. You know what I mean? Because
Yep.
I like getting new weapons in God of War is always awesome. And in the first God of War, like obviously you had shit. I forgot the name of the axe. That's on my head.
Leviathan.
Leviathan, yeah. But you had Leviathan like throughout the vast majority of the game, and then you get the blades of chaos, and I was just like, oh my god, like going back to like those blades, and I was like, how's it gonna work in 3D? And I was like, oh, this is how it works. This is how it works in like third person. And it was like it was amazing. And then like in in Ragnarok when you get Dropnir, which is like a new weapon, which is kind of weird because like honestly, this is like a slight critique of like the latest God of War games. I'll be honest, is that in a previous God of War games, you would get multiple fucking weapons
Eight or
in a game.
7, 8, 9 of them.
It'd be a lot, and plus magic and all that shit.
Yep.
But yeah, honestly, like they put way more thought into those 3 weapons than in anything in the previous games. But I still think like one of my favorite games was on the PSP. I think it was like Chains of Olympus. I think it was called.
Yep.
Yeah, I beat the fucking brakes off that game because I remember I was traveling to the Middle East or Africa at the time, and I remember I beat I beat that game when I was literally flying to Africa or the Middle East, one of the two. Like I beat it on the flight.
Nice.
So yeah, that shit was great, and I beat it a bunch of times when I got to where I was going. So yeah,
Shit fucking works. I'm also gonna say this, and this is no shade because I do love this studio. I cannot handle a world where Naughty Dog does not ever go back to Uncharted in some capacity. Like Nathan Drake used to be for like the PS3 and all throughout the PS4 era, one of the faces of fucking PlayStation.
and the Vita.
And the Vita too. Like those games were fucking special. And I can understand maybe you'll do a next generation, maybe you'll do an old Nathan Drake, or you need to bring Uncharted back one way or fucking another, and Infamous, but that's not obviously Naughty Dog. I get it, but Nathan Drake Uncharted needs to come back. Like, gotta.
I think so too, but it's like I don't know. I mean, I totally agree. Like they need to. Well, I think that like Naughty Dog needs to have they need to have like teams, but the problem is that they have like their main writers, or they're not like you only have like a certain core of writers.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That's the real issue. But which I don't have a problem because like it's all quality.
Yeah.
So like I get it, but like maybe like clone somebody or some shit. I don't know.
do something, man. Like.
Yeah.
Right now, if you obviously they've done like a remaster version or whatever, but if you gave me something the quality level of Uncharted 4, a newer version of that, for like an Uncharted 5 on the PS5, I'd fucking play the absolute fucking shit out of that. Plus the multiplayer, those great.
You ain't getting multiplayer. I'm just telling you right now, you ain't getting multiplayer.
Yeah, you're right. I will freely admit for the 50,000th time, I was dead wrong. I just knew Last of Us 2 was going to have fucking multiplayer, and they gave me the middle fucking finger.
Nope.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting? You're getting lesbians. Nothing wrong with that, though. I'm just saying. There's something wrong with that. But yeah, they ain't giving you fucking multiplayer.
Yeah, not on your life. They ain't doing that shit. Oh, well,
It's all good.
It is what it is. But I'm cautiously optimistic about what because I haven't seen the gameplay yet, but whatever that intergalactic shit with the fucking laser swords,
I'm on board. Yeah, people are talking shit. It's like, oh my god, it's a brown lady. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, let's go. I want to see like the actual. You know
what?
They haven't
probably tomorrow we'll see some gameplay.
Oh,
There'll probably be a newer trailer. I'll bet you.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
In fact, yeah. Okay, here's what I'll say. I want to see a new like trailer with some gameplay for that one. I'm already sold, but if you really want my fucking dick to fall off from just being too goddamn hard, give me some more Wolverine trailers.
Okay.
I'll take that shit.
Can I steal your thunder?
Go ahead.
The next God of War.
Ooh. Now you know what? If Santa Monica drops,
it's about time.
Even a teaser on that, yeah, that would make the internet explode. I could fuck with that. I'm gonna say this too. Witcher 4, it's about time to get a good, another new trailer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
I agree.
I
You know what's funny? Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna go off on like a weird tangent right now. There was a game I used to play. I used to really like playing skating games back
yeah,
in the day. So remember Skate or Die?
of course I fucking remember Skate or
Can we
Die.
get a fucking new Skate or Die?
Yeah, man.
Like seriously, Skate or Die was dope. And remember, like, was it TNC's like Surf Factory or whatever, something like
That
that?
was shit. That shit was great.
That was the shit. I used to have a Lynx. I used to play that
Mm-hmm.
shit on there all the time. There's like a lot of
Yep.
old like skating games and like shit like that. They used to like love playing.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
even though even though I was a rollerblader, but I love skating
TNC
games.
TNC had surfing too.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
did.
it had some of everything. I'm gonna go way back on you. On the N64, my fucking favorite game, other than goddamn GoldenEye, was
SSX,
1080.
1080. Was it SSX?
I
Was it
like
just
that one
1080?
too, but 1080
1080. Yeah, yeah.
1080 was the one that really fucking got me. I was like, oh, you mean I could fucking master snowboarding in this video
Well,
game?
oh, that's
Yes, sir.
yeah. Okay, that was like one of the first ones where like the middle like controller
That
like
nipple.
thingy. Yeah,
Yeah,
where you could really use that. Yeah, like people like talk. They don't give enough credit to like N64.
yeah,
Like
it was great.
N64 proved that you can have first person shooters on consoles. And that weird ass
Huge.
fucking clock controller, yeah, it was weird as fuck. But like GoldenEye is what really broke through having first person shooters on consoles. Because at the time, obviously I played console. I was a console gamer, but I was also a huge PC gamer at the time.
Yep.
And I was not digging any kind of first person anything on fucking consoles.
Yeah,
But GoldenEye, they figured it out.
that shit worked. Shit worked real well. In fact, I'm mad at that franchise because had they kept like innovating and refining stuff,
Bro, hold on.
you
I got you. 007 First Light. Have you watched the trailers for that?
no, I haven't seen the trailers. Is it? Oh,
Oh, dude.
it's good.
Yes,
Okay.
it looks really good. Don't get me wrong. You can make a trailer look however you want. But they've had gameplay trailers and other trailers. It looks really, really fucking good. There
I'm
is no
fucking
hold
down.
on. Odin just says we will probably see Elder Scrolls 6 and Fable tomorrow. Okay.
I will believe you on possibly Fable, possibly. Elder Scrolls 6 does not exist and will never exist. It feels like they just have lied to us for forever.
I feel like they're gonna do a remaster of Skyrim again,
Yeah, exactly. For
which
the
is fine with
50,000th
me. I'm
time.
just saying. I haven't played in a minute.
You know, they'll put Skyrim fucking everywhere. But yeah, no, Fable used to be a big fucking deal, though. You know what I
I
mean?
never played any of those games.
They weren't something that I played either, but I remember on the 360 and the first Xbox, there were games that people said that they loved, but I don't know why they fucking went away from that shit.
Oh, Ninja
Oh
said Fable is raw, but you know what? When you go raw, you can also get herpes. I'm just saying.
god, damn, definitely can. Um, we shall see. You know, I would. I want to be surprised. I want to have some fucking moments that break the fucking internet where you're like, oh my god, they announced this,
Give me a sec.
and we weren't expecting it. So, um, we'll see. We'll fucking see. I want to also see what fucking if my boys over at FromSoft are doing anything, um, in terms of anything new, and yeah, actually, what I know is going to be there is Olden just said something about something on the Switch. Type it one more time. I know that they're going to have Resident Evil 9 on there. That's going to be prominent for sure. So, and I already told you my fucking bias, so I'm going to fucking love that, whatever it is. I wish they'd have some more fucking Devil May Cry shit, maybe Devil May Cry 6 or some Monster Hunter shit, because it's been dry out in these streets since Wilds launched. In terms of, I don't see like a big expansion like Iceborne on the horizon. It's about time, I think, for some of that. Not that they haven't added monsters and skins and all that other stuff, but I need something big and juicy, you know? Yeah, that sounded wrong. I don't care. Big, juicy, like that colonoscopy. Yeah. um, But yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever they fucking release tomorrow. And it's also a good way to just kind of cap off the fucking year. Speaking of which, and Old Ninja reminded me this week, we're gonna make some updates to that golden eggplant because it is that time of fucking year, and this was a great year for a whole ass of shit. Um, we talked about it a million times, but K-pop Demon Hunters dominated, Sinners dominated. Me and Old Ninja saw one battle after the next. That shit was really fucking good. Those were some of the standout movies that I fucking remember from this year that just like fucking stayed with me. But we'll see.
Yep.
Kronos is back with us.
I am back.
Yes. Anyway, in the fuck. I was just trying to do a quick PSA about we'll update everything for the golden eggplants. And I was just mentioning that it was a pretty good year for some cool movies, but we'll see if there's any more. You know?
Well, yeah, it's been an interesting year of movies. It's funny because there's been like the acquisition of Netflix with was it Paramount? No, not Paramount.
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers. And people were talking about nobody's watching movies in theaters, and Netflix is like they don't put things out in the theaters, blah blah blah. But it's like, yeah, but I mean, K-pop Demon Hunters like just fucking destroyed everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there is a pipeline from like having online movies from like an online studio to like putting them in the theaters. Like that's there. Like
Yep.
Netflix will never replace like an IMAX experience. So
Correct.
like it's not gonna happen because like nobody can replicate the IMAX experience in there. Well, I mean nobody. I mean I'm not an Elon Musk or or whoever else. But yeah, it's you cannot replicate that experience in your house.
I'm gonna go one step further that we all have had this experience, but we don't have a single phrase to describe it. But just going to a movie with a bunch of people, like I think we did it earlier this year, Kronos with Sinners, and then
Yeah.
afterwards fucking getting together and fucking talking about that as a fucking group.
Yeah. So okay. So that's something that other like journalists, not other. 'Cause I'm not a fucking journalist, but journalists have talked about is like Netflix doesn't have like that sort of experience, but they did this year
Hmm.
with K-pop Demon Hunters. So, but yeah, generally speaking, yeah, like Sinners is like that was like a totally word of mouth things, and also just to be fair about like the whole K-pop Demon Hunters things, like the only reason why that was like in the zeitgeist of like pop culture is because it was a Sony studio thing that got sold to Netflix from
Mm-hmm.
unreasonably, which is like crazy to me, but that was not like that wasn't a Netflix made project.
Correct.
But yeah, Sinners, um, that whole project of like seeing that, if especially if we got to see it in IMAX, and the reason why I know I still haven't watched it in IMAX, I really want to, and I know that it was good in IMAX because they keep putting out in IMAX, and it keeps fucking selling out.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah, and the movie was fucking amazing. That's an experience. If you have not watched Sinners in a large format, movie theater, or in the movie theater at all, definitely go watch Sinners. It's one of my favorite movies of this year, if not my
Yep.
favorite movie this year.
The one I still have to see because I really loved the first one, and I think the first one went over a lot of people's heads. I'm just gonna put that out there because it was talking about a lot of real world stuff. But still need to see this as Zootopia too.
Oh, I
Well.
watched it. The second one was like way more, hey, this is fascism with animals.
Okay, good.
So
I mean,
yeah,
the first one was overt about, hey, these are really racist tropes in terms of the predator stuff, and
oh, they go further. It's just like honestly, I think that Zootopia and Wicked are kind of like on the same sort of spectrum of like
okay,
calling out fascism and like racism and shit like that. Because obviously, if you watch Wicked, like with the animals,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's the whole thing. So this is weird because like me and Prodigy, we watched Wicked for good, but you
Mm-hmm.
didn't watch the first one, which is kind
No,
of
I
funny.
sure didn't. I mean,
Yeah.
I know the story, you know what I mean? Like, but I'll have to go back and actually
You know the
watch the
story of
movie.
Wicked?
Yeah,
Okay. You like, how do you know the story of Wicked?
because it was like a musical for a
It was,
long ass fucking time.
did
Not that
you?
I've seen the musical, but
Okay.
everybody's all been talking about it for like 20 years, right?
Yeah, talking about it, but you haven't seen it though, so you don't.
I'll check it out.
Yeah,
I'll watch it at
honestly,
some
like
point.
they're good movies and good. It's good. It's good play. I haven't watched play, but I've
Oh,
watched the
okay.
movie. So yeah,
Yeah. But I
nor
mean,
nor read the book because it's based on a book. So it's
and
fan
just
fiction. Yeah.
to make sure we're all on the same page, like, um, it's still in the Wizard of Oz universe. So, you
Yes,
know,
it is. But also, I mean, we got the Wiz, so
yeah, yeah, no, it was something different.
Wiz is like, I feel. I don't know if it's like you got to be black to appreciate this or not, but I enjoyed the Wiz. So yeah,
I haven't seen it since I was a very young kid.
yeah.
Like really, maybe 6 years old. But yeah, I remember it. I remember watching it. I didn't remember. I don't remember hating it.
You don't want to
But also,
ease on down the road.
yeah, he's on down the road. But there was some TikTok I was watching that basically read Diana Ross for fucking filth because she kind of weaseled her way into that role, and she wasn't the one that was in the actual musical.
Well,
And
I mean, sir, I'm
well,
pretty sure Dirty Diana might have
but she was older than that character should have been
yes,
by
but
a lot.
also I, sir, I'm gonna go back to my previous statement. Dirty Diana. So
Yeah, yeah, a lot going on.
he made a song about it. Like to hear it? Here you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Have you speaking of stuff that's all over the culture? Have you seen 50 Cent's manifesto?
Not the no, I started watching part of it and I was like, you know what? I don't gotta watch this right now. I'm like,
Yeah,
it wasn't in a great place to watch it, so yeah.
I haven't even started it yet. I'm definitely
What
going
is it? What
to.
is it called? What's the official name of the show?
Surviving Diddy, or I don't know, Diddy is something.
God damn it! You don't fucking know. I think it's
50
called
Cent
Surviving
trolls
Diddy.
Diddy something. What is it
It
called?
is called Surviving Diddy. So there you
Oh
go.
shit. Oh, I was making that shit up.
You nailed it on the head.
Fuck. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But yeah, they just horrible human being all the way around. We all know that, but sometimes it is good to describe all the ways that someone is a awful predator, piece of shit, rapist. Like, because the only reason why I say that is because you should know how things get this far for this many decades. Like, in terms of a lot of people knew, a lot of people looked the other way, a lot of people were bought off, a lot of people were victims who were silenced. Like, it's something we all need to be aware of. You know?
Yeah, I totally agree. And there was a big argument between 50 Cent and Marlon Wayans,
Mm-hmm.
online because Marlon Wayans was saying that basically you can make somebody seem some sort of way given your opinion, and you can basically like change the narrative against people, and and also he said that, like basically like you can't really his point of view is that if someone has an opinion, like you shouldn't be able to like refute it. But I'm just like,
What?
no, like I'm sorry, like he's done horrific things that are proven in court, and on video. Like I can watch them just my eyes. Like it wasn't just like 12 white folks that were convicting this guy. I literally saw a video of him you know, beating a woman and then dragging her back to somewhere else where there was no cameras.
Yep.
So I don't have and to say like just because you have an opinion like you shouldn't be able to like critique an opinion. No, that's totally invalid in my mind. Like I can have a shitty opinion on something, and you should be able to call me out about it. Like I'm not
Yeah.
going to say because somebody could take it out of context. I can give any sort of shitty opinion that I want to on like something that I would say like some shitty person is like great,
Yeah.
like Hitler for
Yeah.
example. This person is objectively not great,
Yes.
and if I say that, then yeah, your opinion or my opinion is still valid. So don't be like, oh, well, my opinion, you can't say something about that. But if my opinion against your opinion, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, you can't say something about that. It's like, no, that's still an opinion.
Wait.
So
Let me make sure I understood because I missed this. Marlon Wayans was defending Diddy. Is that what he was doing?
vaguely, yes, he was saying basically like, 50 Cent making this, not it wasn't really a documentary, but like series about Diddy. It was basically like kicking Diddy when he was down. I'm like, okay, yes, but also keep kicking that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
honest, I don't give a shit about Diddy. Like the amount of horrific shit that he has done on video. The one video that I saw alone is enough for me to like put that person in jail.
Yeah.
Beyond like all the other shit that I haven't seen. So like,
Yeah.
why are you defending this person?
My biggest issue with that, and I wasn't familiar until you kind of broke it down with Marlon Wayans on this particular issue, but there's so many victims. Like
Yeah,
like I, again, there's credible allegations of him being responsible directly or indirectly of a lot of dead black women. Let's just call it what it is. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And victims of sexual assault, victims of, I mean, I'm not joking around when I say this, but like, basically drugging people, you know what I mean, against their will and doing all
For
kinds of stuff.
colonoscopies, bro, colonoscopies.
Not for
That's
colonoscopy purpose, not that. But like it's foul shit all in the name of partying and stealing people's money, and like he didn't do right by Biggie or Biggie's mom or Faith or Craig Mack or a whole bunch of people. Carl Thomas. Where is Farnsworth? Where is he? Is he alive? We
yeah.
don't know. you know? So yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna watch it. Fuck anybody trying to defend him. And if you ask me, he actually got a lighter sentence than he should have gotten. He
Yeah, he
should have
only
gotten
got four
convicted for
fucking
more shit.
years. Yeah, I don't, this is the weird thing about Marlon Wayans. Like I know that Marlon Wayans' kid is trans, and so like that's already hard enough, in this especially this current climate in
Yeah,
America, and so I just wish that he didn't really say anything about this because like you can't. There's no defending Diddy in this,
no,
in my opinion. Which again, if you would try to like refute my opinion, I'll just play back what you said. Like you can't go back against somebody's opinion. But like my opinion against your opinion is like it's a shitty opinion. So
yeah,
like this is a person that is a known sexual offender, and I'll just let me just come on, like just like air it all out. I don't give a shit if you're black or not. Like
yeah,
if you're sexually assaulting people, I don't give a fuck. If they're man, woman, whatever. Like you don't get a fucking pass in my
yeah,
mind. Like
yeah,
honestly, like what are you defending? Like what are you defending? Like these are things that are known knowns. These are not unknown knowns or unknowns or whatever the fuck. We're not going fucking Dick Cheney on this shit. These are known things that this
yeah,
dude has done. So like just shut the fuck up. Like just don't
yeah,
you don't need to have whatever your opinion is. Like what's your opinion on the victims? Like tell me that shit.
sure,
Tell me the opinions on what happened to I think it was Cassie, right?
yeah,
What is
yeah,
your opinion? Like you watching the video, this is way before AI,
yep,
of like him coming out in his fucking little, towel,
beat
punching
the
her
shit out
multiple
of him.
times, beating the shit out of her, and then dragging her back. What's your opinion on that? Can you please be honest on that? Like,
Yeah, man.
don't sit here and play the game of, oh, I went to his parties and it was all cool and all. Like maybe you didn't go to the parties that some of these other folks went to, because I know from testimony that there was like two different parties, and like one party you either really wanted to go to or you definitely didn't want to go to, and I don't know which one Marlon Wayans went to, and so I'll give him some grace on that, but I will
Well,
not give him grace on the fact that we know on video that he's a
yeah.
fucking piece of shit. So, and
Here's
that's not an opinion; those are fucking facts.
I'm with you. Let me just say this real quickly though. It would be like someone, and I know I made the joke a couple weeks back from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but it would be like someone saying like, "Hey, I went to the Epstein Island, but I didn't participate in any of the kiddie stuff. I was just there for the jet skiing." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's like, nah,
it's
bro. Like,
really hard to explain why you were partying on the regular with someone who's this foul. You know?
yeah, and folks might want to, people that are like, I don't want to call them weak. Fuck it, they're weak ass people. People that are really fucking shitty in my book. I will let it be known. Every single person that you ever see on this podcast, if I know that any of you, including my cousin that's on this podcast, Prodigy,
Mhm.
if you are like, if you did any of that kind of foul shit,
Yeah, that'd be it.
you're getting lucky. If I don't, and I'm not a man that's like quick to violence.
Yeah.
I'm not. But you're lucky if I don't whip your fucking ass, because I trust all of you on this podcast. And like if I knew you were doing anything like that, I'm probably gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
So that's at minimum. And we would definitely not be talking on a regular basis. Like I'm not trying to be like, hey man, how you doing? No, fuck all that shit. Like we're not good anymore. And the fact that Marlon Wayans, after knowing that these things have occurred to multiple victims, still wants to like, whataboutism for this shit. Like what the fuck, man? Like what are you doing?
Yeah, I got nothing for that. He's got to deal with whatever he saw or whatever he's trying to justify in his own fucking head. But yeah, you want to go ahead and wrap it because Old Ninja wasn't even able to get a word in, but he's been patient.
He's been patient. He's got a, I don't know, maybe he's got a re-image his whole ass laptop, or just use your goddamn phone. Don't just buy a fucking mount for your phone.
Yeah, there you go.
He said something, but I can't read lips that well.
All right, take us out, Kronos.
You have been listening to the dankest podcast on the internet, also possibly in the universe, because we don't fucking know. You can find us at BthanBTI. That's BthanBTI at gmail.com. You can find us on YouTube, fucking Spotify. Was it Apple? What do they call it? I don't have Apple. What is it called? iTunes. You find us on iTunes. There you go. I'm sorry. I'm so out of loop with Apple bullshit. But yeah, you can find us on Apple iTunes at Blacker Than Black Times Infinity. You can also find us at Blacker Than Black Times Infinity .squarespace.com. If you cannot find us on a certain platform, that you listen to on a regular basis, you can email us at BthanBTI. That's BthanBTI at gmail.com and let us know where you can't find us, and I'll do the work and get us on there.
There you
also,
go.
if you want to join our Discord channel, you can go to the same email address, BthanBTI at gmail.com. That's Black on the Black Times Infinity. That's the initials of it or whatever. And you can join our Discord channel. Yeah, we enjoyed doing this podcast, and thank you for listening. Prodigy, now you can do your part to go out.
I'm going to just say, be sure you go to see your doctor and make sure they put on gloves, cup them, and then make you turn your head and cough.
Yeah,
that is important.
And make sure like both of their hands are not on your shoulders when they tell you to turn and cough. So, that's the thing. I'm just saying. That's only funny if you're a dude. All right, we're out this bitch. Our silent partner is Old Ninja.